Yes, hello comrades. This is Wanga William, the author of this book called the Physics Project Workbook. Most of the people are in my inbox asking me how to use this book. How is it going to be used? Since it is a new workpiece on market. So I've made this video to try to go through this book. When you try to see this book, it has table of contents, preface, acknowledgement. So when you try to see the preface, inside the preface, I note the things that we are going to look at, how the book was made. So we say that this book comprises of scenario problems, and there are 7 of them, of which a learner is supposed to solve and design a project to come up with a project to come up with a product using the environmental resources. So in other words, in this book I just created problems, what I called community problem, but in scenario form, as we are seeing that community problem 1, community problem 2. So these community problems up to 7, they are for the learner to solve with the guidance of their teachers. But when you see the introduction to projects, a sample project, there is a mark allocation of the project, marking guide, and summary. These ones were majorly for the teachers to read through and see how projects run and how he or she will mark the projects, and also to get prior knowledge when he or she is guiding the learner. So also learners can read through, but you find that learners don't have time of reading through. They need just time of helping them. So majorly these were inserted into this book for the help of the teachers. But the community problems were for the learners, where the learner has to solve the community problem. We can take an example of a community problem. We have community problem 1. Learners read through this scenario, and this is the problem. He or she has to analyze the problem. Then within the book there is a portfolio which is carbonated. First of all, there is a mark allocation which is carbonated. This one is for the facilitator or the teacher. Then there is a portfolio, and this one is for the learner. So after analyzing the community problem, then write a community problem statement. Therefore, in this book I just wrote scenario problems, but when I've not added in the type of problems. So it is a learner to analyze, and he or she finds out the actual problem with the guidance of the facilitator. So this is a portfolio. Write a problem statement. Then after writing it, then state the chapter author with him. Then then state the title of the project. Then using 1, 2, 3, here a teacher, you are capable of understanding that either this learner is lying me or he or she is not lying me. So no one can exceed step 3 when they are not correlating. In other words, the problem, the theme, and the title must be correlating. Then these are the aims. Why is the learner selecting that project? The major aim. Then the objectives. Then what is the benefit of the project? Is it solving really the problem? Like that. So that is the portfolio, which is also carbonated. Then the portfolio is continuing. Then up to the report, there is a report. Then there is this one for the product up to the end. So therefore, the learner will be writing his write-up basing on the questions up to the product. So after the teacher marking, he or she has to tear out these white papers. The white papers have been seeing, where the learner has been filling. The teacher has to tear out, and even the mark allocation when he is done awarding the marks. So he uses this other paper having the learner's work. The teacher has to remove the carbonated these white papers and leave the other papers inside this book. So in other words, this book was created to simplify projects and also record keeping, even follow-up. You find that parents were left out, the school, even the school administrators were left out, learners were just doing projects, come up with products. You reach a time where you want to mark that, because the NCDC tells us to supervise from the first step to the last step. But if we are the teachers on the ground, you cannot tell someone that there is time of supervising projects. Or you have 1,000 learners, you have in a class, a stream, there is 100 learners. Even though you get help from other teachers to help you supervise, it is difficult. So you find that this write-up, which I call the portfolio, helps you even in your business. You can understand the way the learner came up with a product in your business. So even without asking a learner, now what did you do? Why did you select like that? So that is the reason why I created this project workbook. In other words, there is this workbook. It is in line with the NCDC syllabus, so it is not fighting NCDC. It is in line. For me, what I simplified is sitting down, I think of a problem, then I create it in a scenario form, but without adding the name of the problem inside there. It is the learner to find out the problem. So you find that learners have to find problems for themselves, but you find that they are just focusing on the problems they are seeing. What if a learner changes the community? It means that he or she won't be caring about other problems. So therefore, for me, what I decided is to see the problems first within Uganda. I bring them to the fingertips of the learners, and we see that we achieve the innovativeness, creativity, critical thinking, because solving a problem inside here, it is not an easy thing you may take. Like this community problem one, if you access this book, you read through the community problem one, it is not an easy step of coming up with what? A problem here. But if you give it time, you can analyze this picture and see what is this community was facing. But you find that most of the communities, most town communities, it is rare to find such a problem. But if we are having town community students solving such a problem, means that even though someone changes a location and goes to, let's say, up country, where you find that most of these problems are more there, a learner can help them out. So that is the reason why I came up with this project. So the introductory papers you're seeing, as I told you, introduction projects, these ones, up to the community problem, I said they were majorly for the teacher. A teacher not to be left out. Teachers to be exposed, and also to know what they are going to assess. But projects were for learners. Projects are for learners. A teacher is not supposed to create a project for a learner, a project title. Let learners create projects. Let learners come up with projects. So this book is just also facilitating that learners come up with projects which they can solve problems to come up with products. So for me, in this book, I just created a problem, but in a scenario form. But you find that I didn't add there the problem. In other words, even a teacher cannot understand what is the problem, except for him to understand the problem, he or she has to analyze, read through the scenario, analyze everything, critically think for you to come up with a problem. Yes. Thank you. Continue buying. The books are available. Continue buying. You can contact me for more information. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. More videos are coming about projects. So lessons about projects, they are coming. Not majorly physics, but projects. So these lessons will be helping each teacher and every learner in every subject. Thank you.